done yet. This one's got a, you can see that one's got a video. Yeah, the resolution on that one's not that good. There's a video here. I think the resolution might be a little bit better. But yeah, you can basically take the video, turn it. So it's pretty cool. Good job. So you can see that if there's some things you want to do with photos when you're sitting around with family, this is where we think it gets interesting, because the typical computer environment, if I want to look at photos, I got to look and leave my screen in front of me, but everybody has to hover over me to see what I'm looking at. We like this because it's basically a horizontal surface, much like a table. We can all sit around together and look at it and orient photos to wherever we're sitting, and that's what we call like a 360-degree user interface. So we think there's a lot of interesting opportunities for folks to enjoy it. Well, it's also, now we can do more than just look at photos. Suppose I want to actually, send Mom a big cute picture of spot here. We actually, just like we put in a regular computer, we can actually build some application capabilities. So if I want to make a postcard, it's actually going to take over. So you can see there's a bunch of templates. So it's not active right now because it's a demo, but essentially you can see the possibilities. I mean, we could actually build red eye reduction. Obviously, doesn't need it. You can have cropping capability. You can turn it over, write a quick message. Yep, exactly. And now, because I authenticated, maybe it knows my buddy list, and I don't have to worry about typing anything in. And so I can just basically select to send this to Mom, and it knows the contact information. It makes it that much easier to send postcards. You don't have to program all the Yeah, so suppose you have authenticate yourself on a service. We could also create a virtual keyboard, which we intend to do. And a virtual keyboard, so you can actually actually the cool thing about that is you can actually manipulate it just like you saw. You can move it around, move the keys around, just make it a little more complicated to type things. So I don't know if some of you guys floated around to the other tables, but one of the other tables has actually shows a Wi-Fi camera. It's a camera you can buy today from Canon. I don't have one here. Yeah, but they have one at the other table. It's great. They take a picture of like you folks standing here right now, send it on the table, and immediately see the photo on the table. And the idea there is you didn't have to go through. Sorry, we could go back and check out another application. The idea is you don't have to go through pulling a reader, the SD card out of your camera, plugging it into USB. Now it can be a lot more seamless, a lot more fun. So this is a cool water app. Just to demonstrate some of the cool things you can do with it. So this is one of those design elements that our guys are thinking, what can we do? That's right, the exit was in the bottom corner there. What can we do to allow people, to interest people in it, to get people to actually look at it and say, oh, what's that? And to encourage them. You see how it vibrates and forms. So the idea there is that there's certain things that we see as attracting people to want to play with it. Because it's a new way to interact with technology, not a lot of people know what to do. And so it's kind of an exciting. This actually could. We didn't have time for the demo, but we could design it with three-dimensional fish. We could design it with fish that actually have billboard advertising on the side of them. That'd be a little package hobby. And then maybe you could actually design something that explodes them. You can always move it. It has a little bit of just to let people know that there's sort of this interactive surface. It's exciting because it's a computing environment. We just told us to show water. The texture could be sand. I mean, we could basically make a sand garden here. This could be a ring. You could change the color of it. It could be, so there's a lot of things you can do with it to make it. The background could be anything. It doesn't need to be. So we basically made the image. So it doesn't see it up here, but we've made this. We call it the launcher. We're still working on the design.
Yeah.
Can you show us the dining option there?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we scroll over to designing. So at the end of the year, we're actually going to be launching this in a few select Sheratons, and you'll start to see this. And when you come in, I believe in New York, Sheraton's going to have this. So basically what we designed here is the idea that somebody comes in, let's say you wanted to take a look at the beverages. Now, obviously there's some design elements to this. You want to know, how are you supposed to know to do that? And those are some of the things we're working on. Maybe we might have some demonstrations. But the cool thing here is that this gives you the opportunity to scroll through, and you can order some drinks. Let's say I walk in with my room key, and I sit down, and it sees that I'm on this side, and now I can actually see the drinks as well. So we think there's some cool opportunity there to have this sort of what we call a 360 degree. This demo is not designed that way, but we could. We could, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, the technology is there to have four, comfortably use 1.4. It's a 30-inch display. So this is the size we're going to launch with version 1 at the end of the year. So you can I'm sorry? The possibility is there to make it bigger. We're working on just this form factor. It's basically going to look like this in every way by the end of the year. The applications are going to be a little bit more deeper, richer experiences. So as an example, so you're looking at this, ones that are active, it's not right now, but this entertainment could be there. So while I'm waiting for my drink, maybe I could look at the New York Times in a virtual way. Maybe I could look at a layout of the city in a 3D virtual image that I could actually say, or I could say, hey, it's in the morning, I want to have breakfast, and I want to see what they use this evening. And I could ask Sheridan, what are your top picks? And it would actually visibly show me on a layout of the city, like you'd see in a Google Earth or a virtual Earth, and it's 3D. I could zoom in, zoom out, I could highlight areas for me to see. So some cool things when my drink comes over with a visual tag. So basically we've got a tag on the bottom of the glass. It's basically, and the bubbles are interactive, so just to make it exciting and fun.
And now are there some pay options with, say, like a Visa card or?
Well, you could ask. So imagine, we see there's a kind of a fun design element in this virtual ring here. So imagine you put your Starwood Amex card and you're ready to check out. So now basically the idea of splitting a bill up can get a little easier. So we could say, hey, I'll pay for that drink and you take the rest. But yeah, so you can basically turn that, and there's a tip slider, and you can decide if it's 30 seconds. So if you want to be, exactly. So there's a regular computer underneath, so it's not that hard to build an application. It's exactly for it. If you're feeling generous, and any place. Yeah. So that's, again, just an entry-level view. So Microsoft is working with a number of the companies, including like the Amex, the Visas, those companies, right? The payment options are still, initially, there's a tag. This is a demo. It's still a bit of smoke and mirrors right now, but just to show the possibility, it's certainly doable. We don't have the product yet. By the end of the year, you'll probably start to see some basic, simple things you could do. I don't know if they'll have, purchase transactions by the end of the year. Certainly, within 6 to 12 months from there, you will see it. Yeah, then it gets exciting. I mean, when you think about some of the security things, we need to make sure that if somebody has a room key, that they found on the floor, they don't drop it down and they go and buy something or someone else. There needs to be some way to acknowledge, maybe there's a password that goes along with it, or there's some things you can do. Yeah.
You throw down and keep out of the bucket for
Absolutely, that's possible. You can do that. Yeah. So that's a quick example of one of the other things you can do. Let's see what else we got. Did we show music? I don't know if some folks have seen the music application.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. So,
what do you guys think? Totally going on YouTube. Brad? Yeah, no free t-shirt.